Hello everyone. In our last lecture, we have studied angular displacement and angular velocity. Today we are going to study what is angular acceleration. We know acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. So in circular motion, what is their angular velocity, and the rate of change of angular velocity is angular acceleration. Angular acceleration is denoted by alpha. If omega is the angular velocity, then alpha is written as alpha is equal to d omega by dt. The direction of angular acceleration is along the angular velocity and its SI unit is radian per second square. See, if the angular velocity is increasing, the direction of angular acceleration is along the angular velocity. But if the velocity is decreasing, the direction is opposite to the angular velocity. A simple example can be given for this. If we switch on the fan, its velocity goes on increasing. In that case, velocity and acceleration are in the same direction, while as we switch off the fan, the velocity of fan goes on decreasing. In that case, angular acceleration and angular velocities are oppositely directed. Now, let us move to the second point, centripetal force. See, in figure it is drawn that particle is performing circular motion along the circular path of radius r. As seen, the acceleration responsible for circular motion is directed along the radius towards the center. It is denoted by AR and it is given by AR is equal to minus omega square r. Negative sign indicates that the radius vector and centripetal force are directly opposite to each other. The centripetal force providing centripetal acceleration is called the centripetal force, and it is given by centripetal force is minus m omega square r. Remember, centripetal force is equal to mass into acceleration. Above we have written acceleration as omega square r. So centripetal force is minus m omega square r. Let us move to the next concept, centrifugal force. It is the force arising due to the centripetal acceleration of frame of reference. See, it is the force arising due to centripetal acceleration of frame of reference. It is pseudo force, that means it is the imaginary force. Example can be given that when you are sitting in a merry-go-round rotating uniformly, and if you close your eyes, you will find that you are at rest. This is responsible, or this is possible, if you consider a force equal in magnitude to the centripetal force, but in opposite direction. Thus, for along the radius and away from the center is the centrifugal force. So, centrifugal force is the resultant of all real forces, while the centrifugal force is the net pseudo force. Remember, centripetal force is the resultant of all real forces, while centrifugal force is the net pseudo force. We can also say that the centripetal force is the cause of circular motion and centrifugal force is the effect of circular motion. Now we are going to consider some applications of uniform circular motion, where it is applicable in real life. So first example we can have that the vehicle along a horizontal curved road, that means a vehicle taking a turn, which is the horizontal road surface. See, here a car is shown moving on a horizontal curved road. It is taking turn towards the left. R is the radius of curved road. C be the center of the track. Now, when the car is taking the turn, you can see from the figure that the forces acting on the car are the weight mg acting vertically downwards in the direction of gravity, and another force acting on the car is the normal reaction between the car and the road surface, and which is always directed perpendicular to the road surface. From figure we can see that this normal reaction is balanced by weight of the car mg, so we can have the equation n is equal to mg. The third force acting on the car is the force of static friction Fs between the road surface and the tires. This static force of friction provides the centripetal force for the motion of vehicle without slipping on the curved road. So we can write force of static friction is mr omega square or mv square and n is equal to mg. If we take the ratio of these two equations, we have Fs upon m is equal to r omega square upon g or v square upon rg. For a given track, r is constant, and for a given vehicle, normal reaction is also constant. Remember again, when the car is moving on the given track, the radius is constant, also the normal reaction for the given vehicle is also constant. So as v increases, force of static friction also increases. So force of static friction maximum is given as mu s into n, where mu s is coefficient of static friction between the road surface and the tires of the vehicle. So we can write that Fs maximum upon n is equal to mu s is equal to v square maximum upon rg, or v maximum is equal to under root mu s rg. This is the maximum speed with which a vehicle can be safely driven along the horizontal curved road. Okay. Next application is well of death. You must have seen in the circus well of death or at the mela some vertical cylindrical wall is there, and a vehicle is moving along that walls in horizontal circles. This is called as well of death. When the vehicle is moving on this circular walls, cylindrical walls of the well, the forces acting on the vehicle are normal reaction acting horizontal towards the center. First is normal reaction, which is perpendicular to the surface, that must be acting horizontal towards the center. The weight of the vehicle must act in the direction of gravity mg, downward direction, and force of static friction is acting vertically upwards. This force of static friction is the only force which makes the motion possible. So, from the geometry of the figure, we can write force of static friction is equal to mg. M provides the resultant centripetal force, therefore n is equal to mr omega square, that is mv square upon r. So, force of static friction can be less than or equal to mu s into n. Hence, mg can be less than equal to mu s into n. So, mg is less than equal to mu s into mv square upon r, and g can be less than or equal to mu s into v square upon r. So, from here we can write v minimum is equal to under root rg upon mu s. So, we can say that a vehicle can move in the horizontal circles in the depth of well with the minimum velocity under root rg upon mu s. So, today we have considered two applications, one vehicle moving along horizontal curved road and well of death. Next time we will see another applications. Till now we will stop here. Okay, thank you.